In this video, we're going to focus on the Tailwind CSS login form template. Basically, what we're going to create is a login form template that you can easily use with Tailwind. Alright, so to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to make eventually here, we put it in the center, and put a box with login, a username, a password, and of course the button to sign in. Alright, let's start and work with that. So to do this, in here, we're going to make a div, and in this div, I'll give this an ID. ID name will be eventually basically the login box. Or here we will have, well, this is not really the login box. We should have another div. This would be an ID. I'll just give this an ID for now. And this here will be the login box. This will be basically the placeholder for everything. So we will just hold everything within here. Alright, so let's start with this because this will eventually push this to the center, and within here we're going to put in the input, the password input, and of course the button. Let's start. So we go here, and just to indicate, I have downloaded the style sheet of Tailwind just for the demo purposes here. So what we're going to do is first, number one, we need to make a flex. So we're going to make a flex box. And the reason why we're going to make a flex box, we want to push. So we're going to use this class flex. Basically here we'll have the class, and this class will be flex. And the reason why is we want to push our box here in the center. So we're going to indicate that here. We say flex. What more we have to do here is we have to say align center, if I'm not mistaken. So let's double check here. Align item, so that's the one. That's item center. Alright, we get that one. Once we have this, the next one will be justified center, if I'm not mistaken, or justified content. Justify content, and once we have the justified content, we will say justify center. Alright, there we are. Once we have this here, I can just make a background. We can say here class. We just give it a proper background here, and I will also give here a proper background. What I want to give it here is a slight dark grayish color. So if I search here again, we can do a gray in British term, of course, here, because that's what's being used. We have the gray scale, customizing. No, I don't want that. I want just the background color. Let's search for background color. That's the one we need. As I click on this, you can see every possible option here. BG current, that might be a good one, or a slightly dark one. I think this one is nice. Gray, a British way of writing it, and then with number 800. Alright, so we have this here. If I do this now, there's still nothing in here. Let's put in the ABC and see what happens. Alright, we have this one here. What I want to do here, of course, I need to have the full screen. So I say width screen and height full screen. Alright, so there we are. We are now positioned nicely in the center. So the next thing what we want to do here in the class, we want to create a div, and in this div we will have the inputs as well. So let's put in some inputs. Input type, and this input type would be this is the text or the email, one or the other. Then we can say here placeholder, enter email, and then we have another one. We have here password, enter password, and finally we'll put in here, and maybe we could say an HR just to put some extra space, and then we say here button. This will be a button. There we are. So now we have this one. If I save this now, we have all of this here. Alright, that looks nice. Do we have the button? I'll just put in ABC or sign in. Alright. So what we need to do now is basically this button here needs to eventually have some design. We have to put this here nicely in the center with a bit bigger size, of course. And what we need to do as well is give the background color something more appropriate. So we say here, first of all, we will say the class background color or background. Let's say green 400. So let's see what happens. We have this. All right, then we can do here a padding of 4. There we are. And then what I want to do here, these are the inputs, and we want to basically put them together or put them on separate lines. So we need to do here class. And what will be the class here? Probably it's block. We want to have display block. Let's see what happened. All right, that works. And then we can also say here, I guess in this case, we have a margin bottom 3. There we are. All right. So once we have this, we can indicate here as well the size, because I'm not satisfied with the current position or the current size. We need to have that bigger. And what we can do as well here, I would say here inside, I would like to have some padding as well. That should be more appropriate. That would look far more better. So we say padding. We make this padding 3. Save that. All right. Looks slightly better. And here probably we can say a rounded for rounded border. Say rounded. I save that. There we are. So we have this now. If we do ABC, fair enough. And then this here will be probably text center. I'm not sure. I think it's like Bootstrap. Yes, absolutely. That works. So we can copy this exact style and then we put it in here as well. We say here class. There we are. There we are. We have this. All right. So now what we can do is as well, we should have this, and then after we have to expand the size here currently. So we say here for the button, we can almost do the similar thing. We just copy everything here first, just to see how that looks like. There we are. So now we have to do here, we have to say here a background color. BG, well, this could be, we can give this green, but then we give this 800. Save that. All right. This is a block. And then what we have to probably indicate here, block with full width. Well, we can say here, I'm not sure width 100. Is it working? No. Let's search here for width. We say here the width. Max width, and then we can say here width 100. You can see there's so many options here. With auto, I'm not sure if this is the one. We have here width. So what would be width 1 or width 100% width? All right, that's the one here, width full. All right, that makes sense. Copy that. Put it in here. We save that. We have this now. All right, so I'm not so satisfied with the this one here, so I'm going to remove this. This is basically not necessary. If I refresh here, there's no difference at all. But we do want to have the font size appropriated with it. We say here color, and this would be probably white. I'm not sure. Let's double check. No, I don't see any proper response for that. So let's say here font color. So we say color, which is a CSS for font color. I don't see anything. It's a font color. Let's see if that would be give any details. Color of text. Text color, probably that's the one. Text transparent or text white. It's not color, of course. This is the Bootstrap style. We have here text color. Save that. Once we've got that, refresh this. All right. We've got this now. What I would like to do is probably here put in the sign in, but then also make this rounded here and put in some proper bigger size, because this currently doesn't look so nice. So what we could do here maybe is the following. This width will be, instead of full, let's put this on 1/2, see if this works. All right, that works decent, although I don't like this so much. Let's double check here for the width. We'll make it 40 or 50% of whatever it is. Well, I think 40% would be more than sufficient. 40, 32, where do we have 40%? Something like this. 41% would be more than enough. Let's try here. We are back here. Put it in there. Save. All right. Acceptable, I would say. Then here, we can put in the following. We need to make this block, and then as well, we have to force it in full width. Just add up this, save that, refresh. All right, here maybe needs some more space. What we can do, first of all, I want to have here above a paragraph, and in this paragraph we can say here the following: sign in, then here class. Let's check if we can increase the font size. So say font size. What I want to do is I want to make the font size larger plus a let's say text font size this. Well, we can do this one, or we can do this text XL, and then we also do font weight bold to give it a bold color. You can see here this works to a certain extent, but it has some, we should have some space there. So maybe we can do here, but this is a item here I need to make here. This probably can be, instead of margin bottom, and we want to do margin bottom and top, we have this here, text, if I do 2x, oh no, that was not the right term, is it 2xl? Alright, 2xl, oh, expand that one, alright, text center, font, let's see if font bold works. Alright, that does work. Then we have this, and then here we're going to give it a border radius, or a rounded border, so I say rounded, to give these edges, make it a bit more better. There we are. Alright, so we have this almost done. What we should have maybe here as well is we could, for example, here these outlines could be colored. Let's see if we have that. Input outline. Input outline. Remove outline, dotted outline, button, have default outline. Alright. No. Let's see outline. Let's double check the outline. So basically here this is our default. Alright, so that might be a nice one. I'll just copy this. And then what I will do is here, this is the focus outline none, but the moment we click on this, we'll get a other focus. It's a ring blue. Well, we will make it greenish. So we're going to grab this, put it in here as a focus outline, and then here this will be green, and this will be green as well. Save that, refresh, and now if we select, I don't see real difference. I see more that's bluish than green. Focus border green. And there we are, ring, focus, ring, border, focus on outline, none. Alright, so we can maybe see what's going on here. I can't say exactly the color here. For some reason this doesn't work, but fair enough. So what I want to do next is, once we have this, what are we going to do here? There's probably some space here up, and I would just give some space here down. So in here, maybe we can give it also a margin. Let's see here, margin Y. Instead of margin bottom, top and bottom. Oh, that doesn't matter, of course, because we're not working with that. We need to do it in here, margin Y. So we push this here. Oh, of course, this doesn't work here, sadly enough. And the main reason for this is that we have the margin collapse, so that it will calculate it out. So if I can do this 5, it probably will give it a bit more space, although I don't like this. So what we're going to do in here, probably I will just put it here a href, and then here we give it a class with some space, margin Y 3, and this can be again margin bottom, doesn't matter. There we are. We have a little bit of space here, but this space is absolutely limited. Let's see, do we need this bottom here, basically in the bottom? No, no need, that's fine. There we are.